where I hid actually just behind some flowers, that's when also another security guard came and hid next to where I was. Unfortunately, at that incident is when 4 guys walked in. One of them had this Arafat kind of covering on his head, but their faces were not covered, because I remember very well. One of them had very long rifles. They were not just the small guns. They were very long rifles.
About what time in the day?
It was actually about 5 minutes to 1 o'clock. It was just about 5 minutes, because I remember the last call, the person who called me was 12:50. So as we were doing, and that's when they came in. So immediately that's when I saw 4 guys walked at the security gates. I saw them shoot into the security cubicle. I don't know whether they shot anybody there, because now I was hiding in the flowers. Then I saw one of them actually had a ring of the bullet ring round a belt of ammunition. Very long guns, actually. Those two muzzles. Yes. So that's when he started shooting. They shot into the security cubicle and started shooting randomly. I think specifically they were targeting the security guys, because I saw them pursuing quite a number of them. Unfortunately, where I was, actually, the security guard who was just lying next to where I was shot in the head. He died instantly. I saw that, actually. Then he shot at me. Unfortunately, the bullet, actually, if you look here, actually, there was a graze. There was a graze here. So he shot at my head, but luckily it hit the wall behind me. So that's when I nearly blacked out. But I had like 3 or 4 other shots. So I lay down still just next to the flowers, but I could see the guy next to me was still. That's when, after a bit, some while, that's when now they walked into the mall. I guess some of them went into the basement and the others went to the rooftop, because the friend of mine who went to the rooftop actually had to jump from the 2nd floor into Peponi Plaza. So he was injured in the legs and all that, but he's okay. He got some treatment. After a while, that's when some policemen actually in plain clothes came through the Nakumat UK entrance. That's when they called out for people. There was a lady who was in a car parked there at a Toyota Platz. So she stepped out. Then I saw a few people also walking out. While I was lying there, that's when I noticed I had blood on my foot. But I didn't hear anything, so I thought maybe it's blood that has been splashed from the next victim, because I didn't hear a shot go into me. Luckily, I managed to get up. Then I switched off the car, just picked the car keys, and that's when I was able to get out. When they saw my foot bleeding, that's when I was taken by some policemen who were in plain clothes to MP Shah Hospital.
That's the time you were told you had been shot?
Yes, that's when I realized actually I had been shot.
Can you describe the gun?
Yeah, there were 4 of them who walked in there. All of them actually had the kind of Arafat, yes. All of them had that kind of Arafat dressing. All right, yeah, no problem. All of them had that kind of Arafat wearing, checked, the checked type. So, and they had those very long guns. No, the ones who walked through the parking lot entrance were 4. Those are the ones I saw. I didn't see now the other ones.
What are they speaking?
I had some, I couldn't quite hear what they were saying, because it was like something like Swahili. You couldn't tell exactly what language it was, but it was a mixture of that.
And when they came in, can you describe maybe the type of vehicles that those guys came in?
I didn't see the vehicles that they drove in, because we were at the security gate being checked when we were checking in. So I understand they dropped off. I was rushed immediately to the MP Shah Hospital. In fact, I was the 5th person to arrive at the MP Shah. I was among the first people to get there.
When were you discharged?
At around 6 p.m. in the evening. That's when I was discharged.
What was the doctor's verdict?
After the X-ray, they told me that the bullet was not able to hit a bone, so it grazed over the flesh. So they told me it was a condition that I could be able to manage. In fact, I'm on my way back to the hospital for checkup and dressing. So that's why I felt it would be important to share this with my fellow Kenyans and encourage them and tell them that really we all have a responsibility to secure our peace.
If my cameraman Jackson can just focus on the other cameraman, you can see where he was actually shot.
It was.
That's presidential candidate Ben Mulu, one of the most youthful politicians in the country.
And
by the time he
and maybe can you tell us, maybe some people say that there was a lady who was leading the guys who were attacking. Did you see that lady?
Oh, sorry, maybe first you started this. Did you see a lady attacker?
No, I didn't see a lady attacker. The guys who walked through the parking lot entrance were 4 men. I saw 4 men.
We don't know how many people have been killed so far. How many bodies did you see yourself?
Specifically, the one I remember was the security guy was shot right in front of my eyes, but I don't remember seeing any other bodies. But I remember by 6 p.m. when I left MP Shah Hospital already, they had recorded 12 names of the victims who had passed on.
That was early when you were rushed to hospital.
Yes.
Thankfully, how did you communicate with family members?
Luckily, I still retained my phone, so I was able to call out. Immediately, I called my brother, and that's why I told him to coordinate with a few other people. I was able to call a few friends actually from the hospital. But it was amazing because Aga Khan Hospital, the team was so supportive. It was totally amazing, actually.
You've been a presidential candidate. You're a leader. That's how you say you've taken
Yes.
time
Yes.
to be here.
Yes.
What's your message to Kenyans, particularly those whose loved ones are now still, as you know, hostages, remain in very dire circumstances inside that Westgate mall?
Almost, I really want to pass my condolences to the ones who lost their loved ones. There is a lady, I understand, when I got to the hospital, actually, who was shot, and she was holding a baby who was about 4 months old. She died instantly. So I share in the grief and the pain that they are going through. But most importantly, I want to encourage all Kenyans and tell them that truly the security of our country lies in the hands of all of us. We truly have a duty. If you have any information, please share with the security agencies. They are working around the clock to ensure all of us are safe, but they cannot do it alone. We really have to step out, because I've been talking to a lot of security agents last night, and I'm continuing to do that. Share out all the information you know, because we all need a peaceful country. We are peaceful people. We love our peace, and it will be important for us to work through that.
Kwa ufupi, kwa wale watazamaji wetu wanakuona na pengine wangependa urejelee masala ambayo tumeyataja hapa kwa lugha ya taifa.
Naam.
Pengine kama ungetuelezea ilikuwa ni vipi kwamba ukajipata katika hali hii, kama saa ngapi, na kulikuwa na washambulizi ngapi waliokuwa wakiingia katika eneo hilo la duka la maduka ya Westgate?
Naam, ilikuwa kama mwelekeo wa dakika 10 kufikia saa 7 mchana. Na nilikuwa tu na rafiki yangu, tulikuwa tunaenda chakula cha mchana pale Westgate na tulikuwa na mkutano. Ndipo wakati tulifika, gari letu likiangaliwa pale kwa security, wakati walikuwa wakikagua gari letu kuhakikisha kwamba tuko sawa ndio tuingie, ndio tulisikia mlio wa risasi wa kwanza. Kutoka pale ndio tukadhania mwanzo pengine inaweza kuwa ni wezi tu wale wa kawaida, ama ni polisi pengine wanafukuzana na majambazi ama wezi. Kwa hivyo hatukushughulikia sana, lakini baada ya dakika 2 ikawa milio ya risasi ikaongezeka sana. Ikawa kelele zimeongezeka sana, na tukajua kwamba haikuwa ni ile aidha si wizi wa kawaida ama vile. Ndipo sisi tukashuka kwa magari yetu.
Umepigwa risasi, ukakimbizwa hospitali gani?
Nikakimbizwa MP Shah.